Okay, now, welcome to the last section, okay, of respiration. Now, if you were to check your textbook, you will not be able to find this section in the textbook, okay, but this section is something that Mr. Cho would like to highlight because of Cambridge's liking to link these two concepts together to test you. You don't believe me? Actually, some of you already know, right? In your photosynthesis one, you see it as a graph and then they combine both concepts together. So by right after you finish this chapter already, right, you should be able to better tackle those questions. Okay, so I'm only just going to provide you a comparison table here because this will serve as a knowledge base for you to tackle such questions. Okay, so we have at this first. Next year when I see you, okay, then we will try this out together. Okay, if need be lah. Now, come one by one. Let's do it together. Now, respiration versus photosynthesis. Now, in respiration, energy is released, right? In the process, energy, whether it's aerobic or anaerobic. For photosynthesis, right, the energy is stored in the carbohydrate molecule or your glucose because glucose is being formed in photosynthesis, remember? Okay, then, in terms of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water, you realize it's reverse. So please fill up the table on page 23 of your notes. Right. For oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water, oxygen is being used and carbon dioxide and water is given off in respiration. But for photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water is used while oxygen is actually being given off. Balik lah, the other way around. Catabolic, anabolic. Wow, chim, what's this? Okay, basically, you know metabolism, right? When I talk about metabolism, means the building up and breaking down of substances in your body, right? To keep your body functioning, right? So if you actually see, photosynthesis is an anabolic process because you are building up, right, from carbon dioxide, water, you build a glucose together, so it's anabolic. But for respiration, it's catabolic because you're breaking down the glucose to release energy. Okay, if you don't know catabolic, anabolic, never mind, you can use build up and breakdown of carbohydrates instead. Make sure when you write, you know what exactly you're writing. Okay, occurrence. Now, for photosynthesis, it happens only in cells, right, that has chlorophyll and there must be sunlight. But for respiration, it occurs at all times in all the cells, whether or not there's chlorophyll or sunlight present, including plant cells. So your mesophyll cells lah, gut cells lah, whatever it is, also they are respiring all the time. As long as you are living, remember that respiration happens in all the living cells, at all times. Okay, now lastly, okay, mass. For respiration, it's going to lead to a loss of dry mass, but for photosynthesis, it's going to lead to a gain in dry mass. What is this thing talking about? So just basically say, right, for photosynthesis, glucose is being produced, right? So if there's going to be more and more glucose that's being stored in the plant, of course you're going to gain mass because glucose is being stored. But in the other side, for respiration, right, you're using glucose, right, to release energy. So as you use up the glucose molecules, it's going to lead to a loss of your dry mass. Okay, so I wrote here TY's practice question. You can go and take a look. Okay, if you are good enough, you can try maybe just one question. Okay, if not, okay, then we have reached to the end. Okay, of we have reached to the end. Okay, of respiration. Okay, summary wise, if I am able to figure out how this thing works, I'll do up a summary for you. Okay, if not, on page 24, okay, you'd see it, there's a checklist over there to check on whether you understood everything, okay, that we've spoken of in this chapter. Okay, so for consolidation assignment, right, me and Mr. Sel have decided to use it as a short mini test for you next year. Okay, you all say you want to reduce questions also, right? Mr. Cho really take that in mind. Then we just one shot do it in class and we try it together. If not, other than that, as I mentioned on the piece of paper that I handed out to everyone, please go and do your 10-year series on respiration. Okay, some of you, I know the earlier chapters you have not completed yet. Well, if I were you, I will go and do. But if let's say you really don't have time because it's too much other homework, we start from respiration first. So at least please go and make sure you get your respiration done first, okay? So holiday homework, you finish up to here, you finish the first one, which is watch through the whole lecture series on respiration. Okay, so second one, please go and complete your 10-year series on this chapter. Chapter, I think it's 10 in your 10-year series will be chapter 10, respiration. Okay, and followed by your individualized homework. Any questions, please feel free to ask Cher. Okay, I'll be here to answer your questions if there's a need. Okay, if not, have a blessed and wonderful holidays. Okay, when we come back, we will not have that much time, but should be sufficient enough to complete our syllabus. So we are gonna bang straight off with nervous system when I see you back in school. Okay, with that, take very good care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.